All right, Dolphin fans, it's time to have a tough conversation. Really shouldn't be that tough, but apparently it is. If we haven't seen the last game of Mike McDaniel as a head coach for the Miami Dolphins, then I have no idea what you have to do to have Stephen Ross fire you. I shouldn't be that shocked, though, because if we look at where this all starts, right? You remember the old, if I'm going to cook, let me get the groceries. Chris Greer, our GM, was hired in 2000, promoted to GM in 2016. This man, for going on 10 years, has had countless first and second round picks that he has missed on consistently, made horrible decisions, and yet he still has a job. That's amazing. So maybe Stephen Ross is just that loyal, because here's the deal. This Mike McDaniel experiment, it's over, okay? I was in when it first started. Tua had been broken down by Flores. McDaniel had a good idea. He was going to come in. He pumped Tua up on that little plane ride from the first thing that we saw. He designed an offense to work for Tua's skills. This offense is designed solely for Tua Tagovailoa. We know that because when he went down with his concussions and injuries, there was no offense to be had, regardless of who the quarterback was, because this is designed solely for his skills and his talents. Now let's talk about that, because his skills and his talents that we finally decided to go all in and pay this guy franchise money, they're gone. They're gone. This is the worst Tua year that we have ever seen. 3 games with 3 picks, including back-to-back. I'm not going to bore you with a ton of stats on this thing, right? We're not going to do that. You don't need stats. You look at a Miami Dolphin game and you see how horrible this team is. They're begging you, Stephen Ross, to make a change. All 3 phases are begging you. We extended 4 drives today against the 1-5 Cleveland Browns. Okay, 1-5. And with defensive penalties, stupid defensive penalties. We've done that in every game. We did it in Carolina. We did it against San Diego. We are the most undisciplined Dolphin team I have ever seen. False starts, illegal motions, too many on defense with like stupid personal fouls, roughing punters. Again, all 3 phases, right? Fumbling the kickoff today. This is embarrassingly bad everywhere. And that's just the play on the field, but what the play on the field speaks to is what's going on in the locker room. If we need any sign of what that is, just watch last week's press conference. Because not only is Tua playing horrible, but he goes in front of the media and calls out the players for not coming to meetings. One, if they're not showing up to the meetings that you're calling, I'm going to go ahead and break it to you, buddy. They have no respect for you. That's a respect thing. If you feel like you have to make people do something, they do not respect you. Plain and simple. Make them do something, they're going to do it just so they don't get fired or they don't, whatever, right? But if they don't have that will to come in and be led by you, regardless of what positional group that is, and it sounds like it's across the board, multiple, and it shows, right? Our defense, Anthony Weaver's defense, has all of a sudden, dude, we have taken running backs with names like Rico Dowdell, Kaimi Vital, and today Quinshon Judkins, and made these dudes look like Barry Sanders and Shaquan last year. This defense is horrible. We knew that there was going to be some issues in the secondary, right? Because all those guys got injured. We traded some things away. We thought that was going to be the issue. We can't stop the run. Zach Sealer, we signed him. He disappeared. Kenneth Grant might be the worst first-round pick ever made. I was on board with him. This guy is a non-factor at all. You know, Jalen Phillips, stupid plays. The guys you're supposed to depend on, even when he gets pressure. He's doing this in late hits. He did it today to extend a drive. Bradley Chubb has been horrible. We've got no pressure. And when we do, it's late, and then we hit. It's embarrassing. Special teams fumbling the ball. Riley Patterson missing field goals. Well, I mean, he got off the hook for it. But man, dude, this Dolphins team is just begging you on all aspects. We cannot continue down this. Usually teams understand and they wait for the bye, and that's when you make big changes. The Miami Dolphins bye is week 12. You cannot wait till week 12 to make a change. This is already done. Blow it up. Just do it. And if you're going to do it, Stephen Ross, do this shit burnt earth, man. Scorched earth. Get rid of Greer. Get rid of McDaniel. Get rid of Weaver. all across the board. Just wipe it out, man. Put some interims in there. See what you got. Maybe make a better decision. Dan Campbell was an interim, but not good enough to stay, I guess. Tell Detroit that. You get interims in. Put in Quinn Ewers and just let him rock. See what you got. And if it ain't the answer, it ain't the answer. But, dude, look, trade deadline's coming. If you can get something for Achane, get something. I'd love to keep Waddle, but, God, I feel bad for him, man. He's such a good player, and he's stuck here. We know Tyreek's gone next year. That'll be, maybe you can get something out of that. Tua, you're stuck because of the contract. But you're sort of in one of those situations where it's Kirk Cousins, right? You got a contract. You're stuck with the dude, but what's the point? You got to move on. This is done. Tua was based on timing and making smart decisions, and he no longer does that. This is horrible. And then he has no accountability. He's not a leader, right? The locker room doesn't follow him. Would Tom Brady ever have to come to a press conference and call out guys for not coming to a meeting? That starts with practice. That starts with the offseason. That starts with everything else. And McDaniel, dude, I liked him, and maybe he's going to be a really good offensive coordinator somewhere. But he's not a head coach, at least not for Miami. He's lost them. Watch the press conferences, man. Bradley Chubb, oh, we really do want to win. Yeah, of course you do. And Mike McDaniel says some of the most idiotic, like he is the most intelligent man when you say shit like, well, you got to score more points if you want to win. Well, we want to win, but if you turn the ball over 3 times and, only 100 yards in penalties, then that's not a recipe for winning. We'll see what we got with the guys and how they respond. And I think he said today there was growth. And he said we were seeing growth, and growth without results isn't a bad thing. Run that back. Growth without results isn't a bad thing. Then he said, we underestimated the game that we had today. 1-5. You're 1-5. We didn't game plan accordingly and under. What he's saying this to you publicly, Stephen. He didn't prepare. Tua's telling you they don't respect him. Everybody on this team is begging you, Steve. Please. From the Dolphins world, man, it's funny. This all kind of got started back when we tanked for Tua. And now Tua's tanking for us. He's tanking for us as fans. Please listen, Steve. It's time. We can't do this anymore. You can't wait till week 12. Come Monday, if they're still employed, this is, I don't even, it's unfathomable. I don't even understand. There's no logical reason. There's nothing that you can say can be gained because they are not a part of the future at all. They can't be. They've shown you what they are, right? So why are they here now? If you're going to throw the season away, go ahead. But do it by getting guys involved, like Washington, getting Quinn Ewers out there, giving Ollie Gordon carries. If we're going to do this, let's get some growth out of it. At least in the tank for 2 a year, we understood and knew that we were losing, and we played young players, and we found some guys who stuck around, and it worked. It didn't hurt every Sunday because we understood and knew what the game plan was. It wasn't to win. It was to prepare for next year. We need to prepare for next year right now. It has to happen. Because if not, next year's going to be the same dumpster fire. So, Steve, it's a call to action, bud. They're begging you. Listen to the press conferences, right? Listen to the team, what they're telling you. You've been in this game a long time. I guess I respect loyalty, but at what point is loyalty stupidity? It's time to make a change, man. It's okay to make a bad decision when you own it and you move on. It's not okay to make a bad decision and then live in it because you're hoping it's going to turn around and make you look smart. Just accept the stupidity and let's move on and try to fix this thing. Because, man, this is bad. This is the worst Dolphins team I've seen in 30 years. It's embarrassing on all levels because the skill's there, but the discipline's not. They're obviously not playing together. They obviously have no respect, no leadership. And the leadership that you think is in place are horrible. They're calling people out in public instead of handling it in the locker room. They're placing blame on other people. It's embarrassingly bad. They're begging you, Steve, to make a change, and so am I. For the Finn Nation, please, Steve, it's time. Let this be the last Sunday that we go through this. Please, man. We're here. We're loyal. Do us a favor. Just do them a favor. Put them out of their misery. They want it, Steve. They do. It's okay. It's time to take old Yeller behind the shed, buddy. Let's do this, please. and then maybe we move on to something respectable in a couple of years.